Hey guys, we are in the Okefenokee swamp. It's the largest blackwater swamp in America. The water is black from the tannic acid from all the dead debris that's in the water. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're having an amazing time. We just actually had some lunch and there is an alligator chilling behind us and we had lunch with him. He didn't mind at all. We're actually headed up a 10-mile stretch right now, so we're about to get back to boating, but we wanted to stop and tell you a little bit about the amazing Okefenokee and highly recommend that you come and check it out yourself. So I wanted to stop and point out these big trees are cypress trees, and you see these little nubs sticking up. These are called the knees, and scientists haven't quite figured out what their purpose is. They think it may be to help the trees get oxygen, but no one is quite sure. But the swamp is filled with cypress trees, and they're just absolutely beautiful. I love it when we come around the corner and there's one in the middle of the swamp. So I just wanted to stop and tell you about these guys for a little bit. Now we are on Billy's Island, and this is the only island you can actually dock at and get off and walk around. People lived here as long ago as 4,000 years ago. The Native Americans were the first to live here. Later, settlers moved in and started logging. None of the houses are left here, but you can find some old machinery that's pretty rotted out, but it's a really good stop, and it's a great walk. It's really pretty, and we've enjoyed it so far. Alright, it's day 2 at the Okefenokee Swamp. We're at the west entrance. This is called Chester Island. There's a little more hiking here, and we wanted to try and do some hiking today. So we're starting off here at the homestead. It's one of the first places that was settled here in the Okefenokee. So we're going to go check that out and see if it's something worth seeing. So we just did the boardwalk trail coming up to the overlook, which was a really pretty, super, super easy trail. It's really flat. It's only 3/4 of a mile, so a 1.5 mile round trip. But we saw lots of wildlife, including a raccoon and a tree on the walk up here. We were the only people on the whole trail. And now we just made it to the overlook, which gives really awesome views of the swamp. You're kind of in like a mangrove area walking in, and then it opens up and you can see the whole swamp. So definitely recommend this trail.
So we're here on another side trail here in the Okefenokee Swamp, and we're looking for a woodpecker called the red cocaided woodpecker. It's actually an endangered woodpecker. This is one of the trees you can see in the background. It's got a white stripe on the tree that indicates that it is a nesting tree for one of these birds. It has to be in a live tree, and I think 80 years old is how old the tree has to be. But these are the only woodpeckers that actually nest in live pine trees. All the other woodpeckers nest in dead trees. So we're out here trying to see if we can see one of these birds. We have been unsuccessful as of now, but we hope to see one soon. So we're going to keep on looking for the red cocaided woodpecker.
Alright, it is the end of day 2 and we are hanging out on our screen porch at the Eco Lodge, which we highly recommend, and having some hot cocoa. We didn't get a lot of video today because we were super busy. We were at the Sewanee Canal recreation area. It's definitely where you want to go if you want to get some hiking in. We did about 5 miles of hiking. Later in the afternoon, we ended up renting a canoe for only $35. Unfortunately, since we had done so much hiking, it was already later in the day. We were only able to canoe for a little over 2 hours. It was really pretty there. It's definitely different than it was here at Stephen C. Foster. It was more of a prairie, so there wasn't all the cypress forests and things like that. But we didn't cover as much ground today on the water as we did yesterday, so I don't really have a super accurate description of that for you. But from what we experienced, if you want to get on the water, I'd say stick with Stephen C. Foster. And if you want to hike, definitely hit up the upper trails.
One thing we wanted to mention also is that Fargo, Georgia, or here southern Georgia where we're at staying at this Eco Lodge, is a dark sky reserve. So basically what that means is if you like stars, if you like looking at planets, that kind of stuff, bring a telescope or a travel scope, something good with you to look at the stars. The first night we were here had a perfectly clear sky. We could see the Milky Way. It was amazing. We saw a bunch of satellites flying over. You can see all the planets. What else did we see? Oh yeah, the Orion Nebula was pretty nice. And we got this little travel scope here. It's quite nice. It packs up really easy in this little carry case. So this is something, if you don't have something like this, grab something like this. I would recommend though, if you do get a travel scope, because the angle of it is quite low, bring like a camping chair or something, because then as you're sitting down, it's really easy to look. It's kind of hard when you get, my age to look in there if you're just bending over and stuff. But in any case, yeah, Dark Sky Reserve just outside of the Okefenokee Swamp, or National Wildlife Refuge. So check it out, Dark Sky Reserve.
Ready.
Okay, so our final day of our trip has arrived. Just want to show you a quick overview of our little cabin here in the Eco Lodge. Of course, we've got the front door, kitchen complete with stove, refrigerator, microwave, refrigerator, sink, coffee maker, can opener, toaster, everything you need. It does have dishes and stuff. You got a bed. I wouldn't say it was the most comfortable, but I've slept on worse. Got your table, got a satellite TV. Supposed to have internet, but I don't think our router was turned on. There's a porch out here. Come check this out. You have a very large screened-in porch with rocking chairs. Nice view of the wilderness back there. Always hear a bunch of birds chirping. And if you come in here, I think the sofa, actually I don't know if it's a sleeper sofa or not. We didn't really mess with it. I suspect that it is. What's really interesting about this place is the restroom, actually. It's not your typical restroom. We've got 2 walk-in showers, which is really nice. The hot water is tremendous. It's really quite hot. You got 2 sinks. You actually have 2 different toilet stalls. I would say it's wheelchair accessible. So yeah, it's a pretty nice little place. And I think it was, at this time of year, $80 a night. So quite reasonable if you don't mind driving the 17 miles to get to the state park there. But yeah, so this is the Sewanee Sewanee River Eco Lodge. Just wanted to show a quick view of the outside here. So you got this big lawn with the trees back behind it there, the longleaf pines. Here's the eco cabin. So I think there's 10 in total, but they're all connected with this long boardwalk, and they all have the screened in porches. You can see the boardwalk there, and it just keeps going. There's a bigger clubhouse or something. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but it goes down around the corner there. And then you can see it just loops around. Over in the corner, that little RV, I guess that's the camp host. Nice people. And anyway, yeah, so here we are. This is our car here, and you come in down around the corner over there. There's a gate around the corner. You have a gate code. You come in. Really easy check-in process. But yeah, we
we thought this was definitely worth the price. So check out the Suwannee River Eco Lodge. Oh yeah, remember to thumbs up our video, share it, and subscribe.